Hi, it's Joy and today we're watching Star Wars Rebels, Season 1, Episode 14, Rebel Resolve. This is the penultimate episode. We have given out a call to action. We have lost one of our beloved team members. I am stressed. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go. And normally, even at this point in the mission, even when you should be all focused ahead, they're making little quips and jokes, but we're deadly serious now. Okay, there's a little quip and a little joke. Glad to see.
No connection? That's impossible because her system would have to be down. Hate to be the pessimist, Ezra, but how do we even know? He's alive, Sabine. I know it.
You'll discover if you are indeed the Jedi you claim to be.
What does that mean?
Somebody's got to keep you entertained.
Stay strong.
You too, John. Let it go.
Oh, he's just like, I will find the information, and I love him. I love my team. Chopper!
Searching for Kanan. Go get
Oh. Bless him. He just, for all that he's a Chaos Gremlin, he cares so much. I know some droids are devoid of emotion, but how can anyone claim droids don't have emotions and feelings?
Kanan is our objective. Find him.
But if you are caught, if Ezra is caught, then Hope will die.
True.
Protect your unit, stop your search for Kanan, and go into hiding.
No. You can do both.
Can't or won't. Ezra, there's a bigger
Ezra. I think we should talk this all out. But you know why she's saying this.
She's our friend. Ezra, he'd want us to honor the choice he made.
He might want us to honor that, but we shouldn't. Ezra, you know they feel the same way. We all have different experiences, different ways of coping.
Hey.
Oh.
It's okay. I miss him too. I have a plan to find him. Wanna help?
I love these two. I'm very stressed out what this plan is going to entail. I think Hera should sit down with them all and discuss it and say, like, I've spoken to Fulcrum and he says, you know, our mission was a huge success in the sense that we've inspired hope. But if we are caught, if the voice of the mission, which I presume is why Ezra was the one that was specifically meant, not just because he was young, like, if we are caught and paraded as having been captured, if you, the voice of hope, is revealed to be captured by the Empire and, you know, God knows what else, that hope will die. That is why Fulcrum thinks we should do X, Y, Z. And then they should discuss it, because yes, 2 team members are children, but, I mean, actually, I don't actually know how old Sabine is. I just know that a 15-year-old is in love with her. I just assume she's like 17-ish. I don't know. They are on this mission. You're trusting them to take part in life and death instances and life and death operations. You should trust them to fight with you. I mean, you already trust them to fight with you. You should trust them to make a decision as well. And she's trying to do the right thing, even as it destroys her. And so they should carry the weight together like a family.
He doesn't know anything.
What does that mean? What did you mean he doesn't know anything? Is it more just their name? All he knows is who they are and where that they have a ship, not where it is or anything. And like he doesn't know about Fulcrum.
Yep, let me in there.
Ooh, the whole team.
If we're gonna save him, we don't have a choice.
This is the inevitable outcome of not discussing it with them.
Good.
I do adore our team, but Hera's just trying to do what she believes is right. And I truly believe as well what Kanan would say to do.
How is that my fault?
Oh.
What are you up to?
He's a terrible liar. Fuck.
Matter of time before he breaks.
So, okay, so because this show's for kids, we don't see him get tortured. We just get to see him in between torture sessions. That's I mean, I thank you, but like, no torture. Okay, we do get to see the torture. I'm so thankful.
To find your rebel friend. I see. Go on. I see.
Come on, Kanan.
You growing more and more frustrated. Help alleviate my frustration.
Fuck. Okay, no, they're just like, yeah, no, kids can watch torture.
Please do.
Ezra.
Because Kanan is a Jedi.
Make something whack him in the head. Like a pebble. Not, I mean, lightly. Mm-hmm. It's not a pebble, but it'll do.
You are a Jedi.
And so is Kanan.
I suppose the Empire knows. What is the point of the secret?
That means you
Whatever I ask.
within reason.
No deal.
Okay.
But you know they can't agree to. They won't agree to
All right,
everything.
come with me, boy.
We should have discussed what we were willing to disclose and how to deal with him. Though Ezra is very capable. I know he survived on the streets by himself all this time. And I love him for sacrificing whatever he can for the family he has. I just worry.
Okay, guys, I have a lead.
This
Whoa!
For what you just bargained, you better have something more than just a lead.
is why we should have sat down and discussed it as a
Hera,
group.
I know you're mad, but none of us want to give up on Kanan.
Neither does
I
she.
do.
No, I don't. That's why I took this risk.
You know you're trying to do the right thing, but let's discuss it as a group. Go over what we know.
What did you learn?
Thank
I
you.
have a plan, and it involves Chopper.
Of course it does. All the best plans involve Chopper.
That's to shuttle the Empire.
For Kanan.
Yeah, for Kanan.
One that never fails to extract a confession.
I mean, a transfer is a good place to attack.
Behind you.
I relate to that droid.
I
Oh,
know you can do this.
he looks like one of the droids has been squished. Oh, my brave boy.
Where's his ass?
Why me?
Because you're intimidating.
Can't argue with that. Come on, you.
Poor little droid. Chopper. Suddenly a droid's the last thing on your mind, I hope. I love this team giving it everything for each other.
I'm the one who needs some help.
Bless you, little droid. Oh. I love this crew so much.
It was amazing, Chopper.
Not bad.
It was beautifully brilliant, my darling.
I'd say we keep him.
I knew that was gonna happen! Chopper!
Should have seen that coming.
He could have had 2 droids! That poor baby! Oh, he's okay. Oh, he's okay.
You stepped up and took the lead. Kanan has taught you well.
So have you.
I think we found something.
I love them.
He said Mustafar is where Jedi go to die.
Oh, good. We have information though, the plan worked. I love this team. I love this team because I mean, it's only been 1 season, but you can see at their core, at their heart, they care about each other. They want to do the right thing. They want to help the innocent. They want to make a difference in the world, but they also want to be there for each other along the way. Whether that's Kanan sacrificing himself in the last episode so they could get away, whether it's Hera agreeing to go against everything that she believes in to say, I have to put the rest of this crew first. I have to put everyone's lives first. Or you have to let Kanan go, even though it's destroying her. Whether it's then Ezra and the rest of them being like, well, no, we're going to go anyway. Partly because Hera would want to, but also because, well, screw what's the right thing to do. In like the grand scheme of things, this is still the right thing to do. And then Hera coming around to their side as well. It is one of those things where you can so see Fulcrum's point of view. I do want to know who Fulcrum is so badly, but you can definitely see Fulcrum's point of view of one person's life isn't worth the 6 people's lives, and it isn't worth potentially billions of lives. But it is still one person's life, and at the end of the day you should fight for that person. So I can see both sides of that, but I'm glad that as a whole they were able to find some useful information, even if it was him bartering a Jedi's favour. That is a big deal, especially as the guy made him promise anything. Now, obviously, if you were to try and get him to do something completely unethical, I feel like Ezra would just be like, yeah, no. We don't, it's not like my honour goes to, I have honour, so therefore I can't agree to this. But it is still a risky thing. And I think it is a big deal that he outed both Ezra outed himself and Kanan as Jedi. But the Empire already knows. That's the biggest issue, is the Empire knowing about them being Jedi. That cat's out of the bag long ago. So I do think it might inspire some hope if the news of more Jedi were to get out to anyone that remembers the Jedi and what they originally stood for. I love this team. I love their ingenuity. I love how far Ezra has come. I think he had all this potential inside of him, but he learned a lot of very valuable skills surviving on his own, he should never have had to. But I love watching him put those skills to the use to protect those he loves. It's really bringing out a lovely side of him. You're really seeing how well he's doing in his Padawan training. Kanan would be so proud. Everyone else is. I'm so proud of Chopper. That was some excellent spying. Chopper should be the leader of the team. Didn't appreciate him shoving our new potential friend out of the airlock, essentially, but it was also not unexpected. So this episode was good. It was devastating. I don't even want to think too much about Kanan being tortured. I think so far it really does show that the plan where only Hera interacts with Fulcrum, and even then I don't know whether she knows who Fulcrum is too much. Like, the people that do the on-the-ground missions really don't know anything. You know, he could say, if he cracked, he could say, Zeb doesn't like sugar in his coffee. I mean, okay, I know that. You know, Ezra always has to have hair gel. You know, the things he knows are, he knows personal details about our crew in the sense of their day-to-day lives. He could crack and say, oh, here's the make and model of the ship, but they already know those things. In the grand scheme of things, for one thing, we are just one little rebel unit that does not have a huge network that could have the truth told. I think any information Kanan has, he was trained to help withstand this kind of thing. He knows how much, he has a lot of self-sacrificing strength within him, I think. So in that sense, I think he would be someone that would hold out for a long time, any information he does have that could help. Because, you know, he could have said, oh, we've done deals with that guy who does his smuggling in that spot in the desert, that place. And then they could have had eyes on. You know, there were things he could have said. You know, everyone does have a breaking point, but it's true that he doesn't really know anything to say. None of them do. Once the rebellion were to get more and more cohesive with more moving parts, that would change. But an interesting thing was when they said that the rebels have created so much noise that people high up in the Empire have taken notice, which is good in some ways because it means we're making a difference, even if it's only a small one. And it's also good because you can hope that it will help other rebels hear of it too, and things can start going in a good direction. I know ultimately they do. So yeah, this was a very, very good episode. I loved the mission elements. I love this team as a family, and you know, one of my favourite types of plot lines, once you're through them, is whenever someone is captured on the team are like doing everything they can to go and save them, and then when they get to be reunited, that's always like my favourite part. So I'm really hoping in the next next one episode, then one of the 11th season, I'm really hoping I get my favourite part of this trope. So yeah, this was a beautiful episode. It was a heartbreaking episode. It was an amazing episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.